Like you already know what it is. It's your boy Calvin Lightmy Way, introducing the one and only my man, rocking in at a staggering 10 years old, going on 11. You know what I mean? On quarantine.
Doing work online.
Online school is a beast right now. You know what I mean? Not real difficult at all. He's knocking it down in a couple hours, and then he's back at it. But what I want to talk to you guys today about was using your words. You know, my son came up with this idea. He was like, hey, I was like, yo, what we want to talk about? We want to get on the cast, we got to have a topic, right? Mm-hmm. So he came up with
using your words.
And what did you choose this topic, Jay?
Because you talk about it a lot, and using your words is it's something that you should know of instead of just going at it and starting to fight.
Right. You know, a lot of times with siblings, I know the way I grew up, when it came to me and my brother, we didn't quite use our words as much. We tend to get physical. But in today's generation, and the fact that you don't have a brother, you have a sister, using your words becomes very, very, very important. Has there ever been a time in school where you wanted to do something else, but you chose to use your words?
Yes.
Could you give me an example?
So there's this annoying kid.
No names.
Yeah, annoying kid, and she is always lying and snitching on everyone. And sometimes I just want to go off on her, but I just calm down. Yeah.
So it's not even just about using your words; it's about being calm when it comes to your words
and
as well,
your
right?
Tone.
Tone. All right. What do you mean by that?
Like if you're yelling at someone, they're gonna think that you're trying to hurt their feelings. Mm-hmm. But if you're just calm and you're singing it, then they're gonna be like, okay, they're just keeping it 100 with me.
Oh, that's real. That's real. You hear that, man? It's a little wisdom over here, a little wisdom box.
Yeah.
But I actually had an occasion about like that a few weeks ago with a coworker that and you know, because I said I was raised a little bit different. I kind of wanted to put my hands on the guy, but I didn't. But what in turn I do, I choose to use my words, and it was kind of a disagreement where everybody on the job, and you'll probably have this in class, in school, group projects, where the laziest person in the group feels like they're doing the most work.
That is so true.
And this dude, he was talking like, you know, he was working so hard, and it was just a lie. And for quite a while that I was working with the guy, I was making it to where he had to do, even though he was trying to do the minimum, I made sure to get the maximum work out of him while he was trying to do the least amount of work, right? Which he didn't quite like as much, but hey, it's the life you chose. When you choose to be lazy, things come back for you. And in this situation, one day he kind of blew out of proportion and he got upset. I ain't gonna get into details about all what happened, but he got upset. And I was like, bro, who you cussing at, right? Everybody know me on my job. I like to laugh. I like to cut up. I tease a lot. But I'm gonna say it like this. You might have seen me in the streets, but bro, you don't know me. You know, you might be a coworker, we might be at work, and we might be working, but on the real, for real, I am not who you think I am.
Completely different.
I will snatch your soul from your life. And I mean it in the most godly way possible. No, but in all seriousness, you know, when it comes to people gotta realize that you can't just talk to people out any kind of way. You gotta use your words, and whenever you use your words in a spiteful way, you start just cussing and fussing, you open yourself up for retaliation. But in this sense, I try my best. And I feel like, yo, who you talking to like that? And he proceeded to talk about how hard of a worker he was or is. And I began to not spew venom, but spew truth. And during this truth spewing moment, I broke down the entire day of work. I broke down what we do on a daily basis and what he chooses to do, how he chooses to make himself look busy by doing absolutely nothing, how he chooses to wait till we get into an area where we got to do some work, and then you start doing the miscellaneous BS.
So it's pretty much like you never know what someone's going through, and if you're just sitting there while there's people over, maybe even right beside you, that have to work their whole life to get where they are.
Right.
Like poor people and stuff, like you have to work up and try your best.
Right. And that's kind of not so much in that sense in this occasion, but after I use my words instead of the bangers, he realized where he really stood. He realized what was going on, and by doing so, he stepped his game up. Now this could have went so far left so many different ways if I didn't use the psychology that I know and how to talk to people, or I allow myself to get overly emotional, which many people do, especially in this day and time, where I would have caused myself to lose my job.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go down those roads, and neither should you guys. You should always try to be as civil as possible. Keep it 100 when possible, because sometimes you gotta fall back. Sometimes you just gotta shut your mouth. Just let it roll off your back. Be like a duck, let the water roll off your back. You know what I mean? But using your words especially today, I can only imagine you being in school with the way they have like world star videos, people going viral for beating up people, getting in fights. That first off, you don't want to be on the other end of that video,
Trouble.
getting beat up or trying to cause a scene, trying to be the guy beating somebody and then get beat up on video. But with real conversation and understanding, when a person can understand the other side, many times we can come to an agreement. You know what I mean? Sometimes with you, we gotta let you know, like, hey, you gotta step your game up. You gotta do your work, your homework. You gotta do your chores or whatnot. But if it's not understood, a person can't understand. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Got anything else to add to that?
So one day we were watching a YouTube video, and it was like this guy, he was getting his arms and legs cut off in video. Remember that?
Yeah.
By like the police or something?
No, it was the cartel, drug cartel or something.
Yeah, and he was like just sitting there doing nothing, and then they just started like cutting his limbs off and stuff.
There was no words being used in that situation. There was straight murder, death, retaliation. It's quite terrible, man. That was a poor memory. Why did you bring that up?
I don't know. I just thought about it when you started saying that.
What, getting savage?
No, not just that.
That was pretty savage, man. But no, that wasn't the police. That was drug cartel. That was bad, man. And that's one thing too. You gotta use your words and try to stay out of bad situations. One thing I say, but I kind of hate saying it because it sounds counterintuitive, especially being a believer in God. To say, being playing devil's advocate. See that face right there. But the truth of the matter is, like, when people say devil's advocate, this is what I mean. I don't know if everybody else. but you tell or look at the story or the situation from the other side, you know, from another vantage point, another viewpoint. You look at it from another angle. And when dealing with people, it's one of the best things that we can do is to try to understand their side of the story. If you don't try to understand somebody's side of the story when they're telling their side of the story, you don't care. You're just waiting for your turn to talk, and it's not a real discussion or conversation. It's just people talking at each other versus talking to each other. So even in a disagreements where I feel that I'm right, I always try to look at it from the other side. Maybe I said something. Maybe I came off wrong. Maybe I had, like you said, I had a weird tone. I had a weird tone, and maybe the way I said it came out wrong, and it made someone feel a certain way or brought forth a bad memory or disagreement. And we don't want things to escalate out of control. So as long as you can play devil's advocate, to look at things from different angles, you can have a conversation where understanding can be gained. So I feel like that's the most important thing is for the gain understanding. What about you?
Yeah, that is true. You need to understand everything that's going around you, right. Just like the coronavirus. I just still think about that.
She's a beast right now. Yeah. But let's talk about that right here, right after this break. Alright, I just want to tell you about it because you can only record 30 minutes. And then it's like 30 minutes back. And I ain't want to be in the middle of something, a deeper conversation, and then we got a cross. So, you ready? You want to get some water or something?
Yeah.
We're back. And what we were talking about beforehand, before we went to the break, was the coronavirus.
What's around you?
Yeah, what's around you. From what you were saying, we need to understand things that are going around us, like the coronavirus. So what are some of the things that you have heard about this coronavirus?
That you can be a carrier and not have it.
Well, if you're a carrier, you got it. But
well, yeah, you have it, but you don't really have it. You can just give it away to people, but you can't
symptoms.
Yeah, you don't have symptoms or anything.
What else have you heard?
We watched that video in Japan, and this guy was in the car, and they found out that he had the coronavirus, and they had to put a bag over his head, and I don't know what they did to him, but I bet it wasn't good.
Yeah, I think that was early on, and I think it was like a checkpoint or something.
Yeah.
And he tried to drive through, and they got his tail up out of there.
Yeah. Because there was radiation on his car or something.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I mean, it could have been satire, I don't know, but it was a different situation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anything else you heard about coronavirus or something that you?
Well, you need to cover up your mouth when you sneeze and cough.
Mm-hmm. But that's something we should do
before and all the time,
right.
And wash your hands good and wash your food.
Tell me about it. You know, that's been one of the big things that I've caught, right? Because about 6 months ago, there was a discussion that came up about people washing their meat. And I'm not talking about their privacies, I'm talking about food. They're washing their meat before they cook it, right? And so many people, it really amazes me about how many people don't wash their meat or think that it's strange to wash meat. When in all reality, I used to work in a slaughterhouse, pig house, sort station, where we sorted our animals, we loaded them on trucks, and then at times I've been on slaughter floors and seen it actually how everything goes down. And as sanitary as they say it is, it's not very sanitary.
There still be blood on the packets when you get them.
When you get the food, you got blood on it. whenever people cut this meat up, before it even get to your local butcher shop, your Food Line, your Piggly Wiggly, your Walmart, this meat has already been humped. In other words, it's cut into large pieces, right? And these large pieces have been rinsed, right? That's it. I mean, and when I say rinse, I mean like it went through like a sprinkler, like barely anything hit it.
That still don't mean put soap on your.
Nah, yeah. Listen to me now. And then there's time that stuff hit the floor. And guess what happened when stuff hit the floor?
Pick it right back up.
And throw it right back on a hook. And it goes right down a conveyor belt. There's conveyor belts that this meat is put on that is not clean. That is clean on a daily basis. Not per couple hours. We're going to stop, we're going to clean everything up. No, it's not. So there can be so much cross-contamination. There's so many times that stuff could hit the floor. Once it gets to your butcher shop, there's times where this stuff can fall out the box. There's boxes that this stuff come in. There's cardboard boxes with plastic in it. I'm telling you because I've seen it. Okay, I'm not saying nothing I heard. I'm telling you what I know. There's times that this meat hits the floor. There's time when this stuff hits the floor and it's put right back up, put in a box, and wrapped the heck up and put a label on it.
I went to a butcher's shop with my grandma, and we were getting some fish for my grandpa, and they just had them there, and there was people coughing all over the fish and stuff.
I'm telling you, this is not a game. Like, and then you think about it, whenever you're in a butcher shop, your butcher ain't got no mask on. He ain't got no mask on. Only thing, they have gloves on. I give them that. They have gloves on, and they have clean blades, and they clean their blades and whatnot. But I'm telling you, they don't have masks on. They can literally cough over your stuff. There's people that was in the butcher that killed the animal. That as they're skinning this animal, they are literally can cough. There's some people that might spit. There's nasty people in the world, man. There's people that's dirty, that does things out of spite. And there's no telling what has happened to the meat by the time you pick it up and it's wrapped in clear plastic with a label on it. When it gets to your house, you need to put it in the sink and rinse it off. And hell, you can use a detergent on it. But guess what? You better rinse that mug real good, okay? But you need to clean your stuff, man. Yes, you can cook meat to a relative temperature where you can expunge some microbes and bacteria, etc. But with stuff like pork, especially pork, there is no way that you can cook pork, period, this meat, pork, and get all the parasites out of it. There's no way that you can do it. Now, that's pork in general. Now with beef and chicken, you can cook it to a safe temperature. But a lot of people, think about it, a lot of people get their steaks medium rare.
Yeah.
Or rare.
You get it overcooked.
I get mine well done. Scriptures say you ain't supposed to eat no blood. I ain't eating no blood. People talk about that juice. That is not juice. That's blood. But you can, if you cook your food right, you can have juice in it. It's not blood, but I'm not eating no blood. I'm not eating no meat that's not been washed, okay? Now, point. The only reason we went down that road, right, talking about the meat being washed is people ain't washing their damn hands. The biggest thing that we've been seeing is the fact that people have been talking about they ain't washing meat. And now the biggest thing that the government put into place is for people to wash their hands. And this has become such a big deal. My thing is, why haven't people been washing their hands in general?
Yeah.
I mean, that's common sense. I teach my children, when you come outside, go wash your hands. Or you about to eat, go wash your hands. You pick your nose, you blow your nose, go wash your hands. But it seems to have been, Callie, get down, bro. It seemed to be such a big deal now due to the coronavirus, but I feel like it's bringing things to attention that should have been in the public life, that should have been necessary.
Yeah.
That's Cali girl. She's out here. Leave that right there, bro. Really? It should have been in the public light. Cleanliness. Wash your hands. But one thing that I have heard about coronavirus is the fact that it's supposed to kill so many people. And that's neither here nor there, but it is killing some people. We know that. We know that. And the most important thing that we can do is try our best to follow guidelines.
God teach us how to wash our hands.
You see, that's word. That's in Scripture, Old Testament, where it was given to the prophets and the priests, Aaron, Moses. You remember Moses? Aaron, his sons, the Levites, as well as in every sacrificial process. Before they touched any meat, before they ate, there was a bowl that was there, that was in place for the priests to wash their hands.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big deal made about Christ and the disciples in the New Testament where they didn't wash their hands, right? But in this set point, they were walking through the field and they plucked the wheat from the grain.
Some people do not wash their hands.
You just said that, Mama. That's what we're talking about. Where they didn't wash their hands and it became a big deal. And God talked about it's not the things that go in your mouth that come out of your mouth is what make you filthy. Now, that did not negate the Old Testament. That did not negate the word. It did not negate the fact that you should wash your hands. No, sir. These cats was out here, they was in the field, and the fruit was being plucked from the vine. That's word. Okay? Now, the fact of the matter is, wash your damn hands.
Yeah, please.
Wash your hands.
Please wash your hands, or you'll get sick.
Real sick. And we don't want those problems.
The flu is still sick around. It's still going around
too.
too.
The flu's still killing people. And the thing is, especially, us living in North Carolina, my God, the weather is completely bipolar. Mm-hmm. It was just 80 degrees. The 27th, my birthday, it was like 80 degrees. I'm running around in shorts and stuff with the kids. I almost cut the sprinklers on, right? Now, the next day, but today and yesterday for sure, April 1st and the 31st of March, I'm telling you, we sitting around like 40 degrees or so. This is ridiculous. Cold.
Talk about that in the Bible.
About what?
Like, the mama said something.
About the weather.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah. Won't be able to tell the seasons. Yeah. This is all going back to the reality that Scripture is real, man. We coming up on what, most people celebrate the Easter, but the big thing we talk about in this house is Passover. And Passover first off, I'm asking kids, Jay, you know what Passover is about?
Oh yeah, it was like where they had like, I think it was the lamb or something over the door, and if they didn't put the blood or something on there, then the eldest kid would die.
And that of the kids dying was a what? What was it called?
Oh.
Start with a P. Plague. It was one of the plagues that were given from God to the Egyptians because they didn't want to let go of God's people. So it was the final plague. It was the final plague, actually, which was death of the lineage, death of the seed, death of the eldest child, son. Oh my Lord! So, and in this situation, the Passover, where these people were dying at a rapid rate. The mandate by God was to stay in the house. Stay in the house after putting the blood of the lamb on your doorpost. Now, The mandate from the government right now is for people to do what? Stay
And pray.
in the house. They ain't say pray, but there was a dude that was on one of the council meetings that Trump had talking about, it's time for us to pray. And I was like, yo, that's good work. I think he was a businessman or something, where he was doing some work for the government. But I thought that was pretty dope, because it's time for people to really get to know God for themselves. Because a lot of times people don't have those conversations or learn or pick up their book unless it's Sunday. And right now churches are closed.
Mm-hmm.
You can only have church online.
Wait, what?
You can only have church online.
You don't have church
I
online?
saw Mom said something. Like, she read something about the church or something. Like a drive. I don't know.
Yeah, they had a drive-up church or something, or drive-in church. But they pulled up to the high school and had like a couple different churches came together. Everybody was in their car. I think it was a preacher that like just preached out there in the parking lot or something.
Basketball's closed too.
The gyms, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So the thing is, my personal belief is that God's trying to tell us something. And if you ain't listening, you might find yourself on the wrong end of this thing. So as I'm doing, we're saying for you to use your words, use your mind, use your brain, be faithful, and walk in truth. And if you get a urge, an inkling, when the Spirit tell you to do or not to do, really want to pay attention, because some trying times right now. But I do believe we're going to get through this, and we will be much better for if we take advantage of this time to connect with God as such. So, Jay, you got anything else?
And also, Mama, she always says, use your, God gave you a brain for a reason. And I start reasoning and stuff. So, yeah, you should use those thoughts.
Smacking in the mic. Smacking in the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But, yeah, Callie, you got anything you want to say about,
Anything?
Word, Corona, Passover, the Bible, being a good person, using your words?
Let people do their best. Make sure they don't go outside. There's the corona. Make sure they don't open their mouth. A mask on.
Mask on. So, in other words, I'm going to translate for you, Mr. Crackling of the carrots. But I'm going to translate what she said is good people need to close their mouth.
Or buy a mask.
Cover your mouth up. Cover your mouth up. Oh my God. These carrots are just so crunchy.
Okay.
So, till next time, be blessed, stay encouraged. Know God loves you, so do I. You guys stay safe out there. Get productive at the house. Get your kids involved. Read. Games, board games, exercise. Stay active, because you don't want to be in the house just eating up all this bread and tissue that y'all bought up.
We don't
get
eat
fat.
tissue.
Evidently they do, because they sure bought it all up. So, till next time, be blessed. Lights out. Choo-choo.